Yo, what's good people, it's JayCactus, and in today's video, I'm going to be switching it up a little bit and I'll be making a club banger. But it's still going to have some Cactus sauce in it, so definitely some hard 808s and some bouncy drums. And we're almost at 10k subscribers, which is mad, so thank you to everyone that's been supporting so far. When I reach 10k, I've got a special video dropping. I'm actually collabing with another YouTuber, so this one's gonna be crazy. He's a sick drill producer, so I'm excited to drop that one. I'm also gonna do a big giveaway at 10k subscribers too. So if you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. Right, so for this one, I'm mainly gonna be using sim sounds, definitely an Electra X. I'll be using bouncy drums and then just giving my own spin on a club banger. So I'm gonna start off with a basic chord. I'm working in F sharp harmonic minor, and I'll probably just start off with an F sharp minor chord. Let's see, what, maybe invert the top one. From F, I could maybe go to B. Might be too high. There we go. And then from F sharp, maybe down to F. Bring this down. And then come back up. There we go. Now for a count melody. Something like that. Like, come back down. So back up. Maybe here. Yeah, it's gonna be a banger already. Maybe some extra notes too. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm gonna copy these across and just switch up the second bit. Maybe get rid of these. Yeah, this might be it. And I'm just gonna randomize the velocity. So right there. So now I've just layered that with another sim sound in Electra X and brought it down a couple octaves. But I think I want the bass notes in this one, so. Maybe here. Same again, and then maybe switch it up for that last part. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm gonna use a drill snare, but I said that I wanted to make it my own version of a club banger, so let's just see how it sounds. There. See, when you delay the second snare a little bit longer than the usual drill patterns, it adds a crazy bounce. Chef G uses that a lot in his beats. And then when I think of hi-hats, I usually try and think of the bounce before I start putting in the notes. So I'll just have a listen to the beat and then think of something. So for this one, I'm thinking something like this. So it will go like... Do you get me? So every time I'm saying tss, that's like a hi-hat roll. So I'm gonna put that in. Perfect. So I just skipped that out of the video just because it took a little bit longer than I expected, but all I've done, usually when I'm doing rolls, you can create a long note, and then if you highlight it by holding Control, clicking and dragging over it, and then if you press Alt and U, it actually cuts the note for you. And then you can use the time knob here just to determine how many times you want to cut it, basically. So I did it around about there. And then you can use left click and drag down, or right click, and you can play with the velocity. So these ones, they're just rolling down slightly, not too much. It's the same kind of pattern, just the same rolls. Now I'm putting in a second hi-hat, but I'm pitching it down an octave, and this is just gonna help add more bounce. So I'm thinking... Just something real simple like that. Need to come down another one. And now for the shaker, this is just going to help with the groove again. So when it comes to perks, I'm just looking for the gaps, like here. Maybe leave this one out. Same again with the other perk, I'm just looking for the gaps. Yeah, something like that, and then I can just copy that. So for the bass, I did pick out a synth bass, but I also picked out an 808 as well, because I'm thinking I can use the synth bass for the intro and then switch it to the 808 for the hook or the verse. I said that I wanted to add my own little sauce in there, so I guess this is gonna be like a club banger mixed with a drill beat, but we'll see how it turns out. So again, when it comes to thinking of a pattern for the 808s, just try and hum the melody in your head. Even if you need to close your eyes, just keep listening to the sample or the melody that you've come up with, and then just try and imagine where the 808s are gonna go before you start putting in the notes, and then it should all make more sense then. It'll be a bit more clear. But I do know that it's starting on the root note, which is F sharp. So I want it like this. So I know I need it to come down here. So I need 2 slides here, that's what I'm hearing in my head. So I can cut this in half, and then I heard it going up quite high. Yeah, there we go. So I heard, So it's gonna come back down, but I want it to go up before it comes back down. But I'm gonna make it slide back down. So let's get rid of this first bit, make this a slide note. And then from here, I'm hearing something like... And I cannot match pitches in my voice. I just kind of hear something and then I click it in until I figure out where it's supposed to be. Yeah, I think that's right. And then back to the root note. Yeah, maybe and then I can copy this 8/8 pattern and just switch it up for the second part. So now together I've got this. I've just switched up this ending. So same again with the kick patterns, just try and think of something in your head, or if you're using a MIDI keyboard, I like to just play some patterns until I find something that sounds right. Or the alternative is just to copy the 8/8 pattern and then maybe remove some of the kicks. So something like that. So I went wrong with that roll at the end, but I can fix it by quantizing it. So now for the kicks, we've got this. Now I'm going to mute the 8/8s for a second because I know I'm going to use the synth bass for the intro. Synth bass is just in Omnisphere, and I'm just going to follow the same kind of pattern. Real simple, but that's just going to be for the intro. Now the last thing that I'm going to add before I start arranging everything is some vocals in arcade. So again, I just like to play around with some of the chops and see what I can find. I definitely want them vocals more in the background, so when it comes to mixing it, I'll probably add quite a bit of reverb, remove some lows and some highs, and then it should push that more to the background. Alright, so I've got all the elements that I need right now, so I'm going to mix it and arrange it. I'm definitely going to switch up the pattern a little bit, but I'll show you that when I play the full beat back. Alright, so as you can see, everything's been arranged. I've mixed everything too, so I'm going to play it and then I'll talk you through some of the mixing choices that I made and the other things that I added. When it came to arranging it with them patterns, I just simplified some of the patterns for the verses and then let it build back up. So I'm going to show you. So this is just filter automation. The synth bass comes in.
JayCactus.
Yo, this is sick. Yo, the bounce with these perks. Alright, let me just talk you through a couple of things. So for the intro, you can see I've got the synth bass, and then as soon as the synth bass stops, the 808 comes in with them slides. I just kind of like the sound, so if I play it from here.
JayCactus.
It just switches. And then if you watch my tutorials, you know that I like to save a lot of the perks for the second bit just to switch it up, adds more variation. But the bounce with these perks, like I was saying before, if you just look for the gaps with the perks and don't layer too many things on top of each other, like you don't need to layer a shaker and a perk and a snare all at the same time. When it comes to perks, just look for the gaps and try and create that bounce. These horn samples, they were just samples that I found in one of my packs, but I just added some like delay and reverb to them just to add a better feel. Oh, and the vocals as well. If you remember me saying that I wanted to push it to the background, so with the vocals, I just removed some of the lows and some of the highs, and then just added quite a bit of reverb, so like close to 30%. The more reverb you add, like more of the mix, that's gonna push things further to the background, so that's the sound that I wanted to go for. So everything slows down for the verse, and with the patterns you can kind of see that I've just removed the counter melody. So it's just mainly the chords that are playing. And then I've just got other effects, like rises, and I think it's a reverse crash. And then before the hook, that filter comes in again.
JayCactus.
So the effects that I've just used are things like white noise. You tend to find them in like EDM packs. I'm actually working on a new drum kit, and I know a lot of people have been asking for the transitions and everything that I use, but I like to use a lot of Kashmir's transitions and ones in other EDM packs. But for this one, for my new pack, I'm going to sound design everything myself. So I'm going to include a lot of crashes, transitions, and effects because I do use them a lot in my own beats. So look out for that.
JayCactus.
And now it just repeats. It's the same kind of thing. And then for the outro, if I just skip all that, the outro is pretty much just the hook repeated, and you can see I've used the horns in pretty much every bit. So this is like the last hook, but it repeats twice, or repeats once. And then it just finishes like this. So at the ending, I just put the same chords. I just kind of cut them out and put them at the end because it would have sounded too weird. Like if I take these out, it sounds like it just hasn't been resolved. So when you put the first chord back in, it just makes more sense. So I hope you liked the video and I hope you were feeling the beat. As I said, I wanted to make a club banger, but I wanted my own take on a club banger, so it's definitely got some drill influence in there. But let me know what you guys think in the comments if you're feeling it or not. And there's some exciting stuff coming soon, so I've got collaborations with other YouTubers, packs that are coming out, and collaborations with artists as well. There's a couple music videos that are dropping soon, so definitely keep a lookout for them, and I'll see you next time.
JayCactus.